Oh god, here we go. Right there. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about the glorious Bristol City and another glorious transfer window and positivity and charm and harmony. Oh dear god. We'll be looking at the transfer rumours at the moment ongoing with Bristol City. So not many as of right now, but we have made one signing so far. But obviously, we have to wait because there will be a load of signings later to come. But anyways, we'll get straight into it. So the first rumour, well, it's all but completed. Andy King, who is reportedly set to join as a free agent. The ex-Leicester man, worked under Nigel Pearson, makes a lot of sense, but hasn't played much football lately, and is a bit of a, could be a bit of a gamble if we are getting him on high wages. But if we can get him on a decent wages, not loads, then I'll be pretty happy with this one. He'll again provide cover in midfield, might even start a few games. He's only 31. I mean, could be one of very shrewd signings which we make as I edit my transfer rumours. But anyways, moving back, Andy King could be a decent signing on a free transfer. I kind of trust our rumour not to get this too wrong with the fact that we could potentially get him on lower wages and try and do something with it. He won't be given all too much game time because our midfield at the moment is pretty packed. So yeah, I'd say decent signing, but hasn't made plays much football. So we'll have to wait and see. So the next, well, it's not going to happen. Michael Smith, who is apparently off to Middlesbrough now. He is very close to joining Middlesbrough. There was a lot of interest in from Bristol City, from our part, and yeah, we really couldn't really match what Rotherham wanted. Scored a few goals in the Championship last season, so I'd happily take him as another option up top because Wales was not really firing. So yeah, it wouldn't be the greatest it wouldn't be the worst of signings, sorry, but I think the price range is a bit out of our little range. So understandable why we couldn't have got him, but a bit disappointed we couldn't have got him because he could have been a very good player if Nigel Pearson got the best out of him. So absolutely disappointed, but I think that's just a bit more appealing. He'd stay up north near Rotherham as well. So understandably, he's gone to Middlesbrough. He's staying in the Championship as well. He finished above us next season, last season that is. So I don't know why he joined us over Middlesbrough, to be completely honest. So yeah, understandable why he's gone to Borough, but it's quite disappointing we couldn't get it. Third one is Rob Atkinson, who is not joining Bristol as right now because a £1.6 million bid has been rejected by Oxford. We have bid £0.6 million, which is really surprising because at the start of the window we were told that we wouldn't have much money, but spending £1.6 million, which is probably most of our budget, on one player in a position where we've got Callas and Zach Viner, it's a bit interesting, but definitely one would have been absolutely great signing. But we would still get him. Absolutely, we're still front runners at the moment because we could just make a better bid, but I don't think we will, to be honest. But anyways, Rob Atkinson, very good centre half for Oxford. We've seen what Oxford can do with centre halves with Rob Dickie, now Rob Atkinson as well. They love Robs, and he was very good in a side that got to the playoff semi-finals. So I would have been very happy with this one. I still could be very happy with this one, but we'll just have to wait and see how this develops in the future, because if we do get him and Callas could be a very, very potent back line with the likes of Simpson and Jay De Silva or Cameron Pring, people like that, and very, very, very players very, very capable of doing very good defensive work. So I would have been very happy with the signing. Could still be very happy with the signing. Keep on repeating myself. But Rob Atkinson, a £1.6 million £1.6 million bid, has been rejected by Oxford from Bristol City. And the last one is a slightly controversial figure in the Championship, Barry Douglas, who split a lot of people's opinions, including City fans as well. But apparently there is no interest from Bristol City for Barry Douglas, because apparently Nigel Pearson does not want to. Well, he could strengthen that fullback areas, but he doesn't. He's not looking to strengthen those areas at the moment, and understandably so. We've got good current left back where he is going to play. So with the likes of Jade Silva and Cameron Pringle. So understandably, Barry Douglas has been waved away as a target because we've got suitable players in that position, very capable and very competent of doing the job in those areas. Barry Douglas, obviously a highly experienced player at this level, knows his way out of his league as well with Leeds and Wolves. Played a much bigger part in Wolves than Leeds, and Wolves were more impressive in my opinion. So Barry Douglas could do a job, but now he's slightly ageing. Didn't do great for Blackburn last season. He scored a great goal against Preston, but that's about it. Yeah, we could do something. We could still get Barry Douglas, but I mean I'm not sure if we're gonna complete the signing at this moment in time. But I wouldn't have been overly disappointed with this. Pleased or overly disappointed with the signing. I'm somewhere in the middle with him, because as much as he could do a job now, we won't get 5 or 6 years out of him, would we? Won't get a massive sell-on fee as well. So, like we could get with Atkinson. So I'm not overly disappointed with the signing. But yeah, no Barry Douglas interest, and that's all the transfer rumours. But I've got a little something special coming right up. Okay, so I've put together a team which could look very, very different or quite similar to what we have at the moment, and that will face Blackpool or that will face Middlesbrough away from home next month. Next month, July. Yes, in 2 months' time. I'm going completely mad here, but yeah, I've put together a team a bit like what Bristol Live did this morning as well. I've put together a bit of a team which could face Blackpool or Middlesbrough in the opening games of next season. So, in goal, obviously, it's Dan Bentley. I mean, there's no questions about it. Unless he's sold and cashed in on, I can't see him not being the number one at all, because as much as Max Lewry's been very, very positive and a very good, solid keeper, just Bentley's just a bit good, isn't he? He's one of the best in the Championship, if not the best. So, absolutely, Bentley in there 100%. A back four containing Danny Simpson. I think that's fairly obvious. Unless we get a top quality right back at this level, I think Danny Simpson is going to be the man for Nigel Pearson. A centre-back partnership of Thomas Callas, and I've gone for Rob Atkinson because I feel like we can get this done, and I feel like we can get him over the line, and I mean, why not? I mean, he could be one of the most positive signings we've done in years, apart from Webster Kelly came to the academy, Brownhill. He could be one of the best signings we've done in years. So Rob Atkinson, Jade Silva, I think it's going to be fairly obvious. He's again one of the best left backs in the league, without a shadow of a doubt. So Jade Silva left wing back, unless Cameron Pringle can compete with him. I think Jade Silva's there all day long. And I think a midfield three of Naj, Hanno Masengo, and Matty James. I think Naj was excellent the Euros, and we knew what he can do. He just didn't do it consistently at City. And if he can do what he can do at Hungary with us, absolutely, we've got an incredible player in our hands. We've played a good Dora for him as well, so hopefully he turns up. Hanno Masengo, obviously, he's got to start. He was very impressive under Pearson towards the end of last season when we were absolutely hopeless. And I think Masengo's got to be in that team and get regular game time throughout the season, sort of coming in and out. I think Matty James just provides some much needed experience in that team as well, in that middle of the pitch, where we might not necessarily have the ball, so he'll really guard that back line very well, along with Naj. And a front three of Andy Vyman, Naki Wells, and Callum O'Dowda or Casey Palmer on the left hand side. Andy Vyman, I think, is fairly obvious because he's been absolutely incredible for us when he has played, and that start of the season where we're top of the league at one point. We just flourished when Andy Weimann was in that 10 position. I didn't think that was necessarily his great position as well. So him in that number 10 position really doing well and taking players, scoring goals was massively key. I'm not sure about Nahki Wells, but I think he is going to start unless we can pull off a hijacking deal from Michael Smith. I can't see how Nahki Wells is not going to be the number one striker, unfortunately. Look, he's more than good enough at this level. Absolutely more than good enough. He can turn on instantly. And if he turns on, oh my god, we've got a player on our hands. But I'm not sure if he can do it. And probably suited for a lower end, more lower end relegation fighting championship club. Thinking about it, we are that, aren't we? But yeah, he could get the goals. Because I think we will be competing in the middle of the table next season, and the team just below us I think will be great for Nahki. And on the left I think it's a competition between Callum O'Dowda and Casey Palmer. Unless we go into a diamond and Casey Palmer's just a shoo-in instead of Callum O'Dowda. I think Callum O'Dowda's better on the left hand side than Casey Palmer. So unless Palmer's moved into the middle and Nahki and Andy Weimann's played up top, I think O'Dowda's just ahead of Palmer. Just because of that left-hand side, just because Palmer's not great on the left-hand side, but Callum O'Dowda does his best work there. But any of those two would be great choices. So the improvements I would make, definitely striker, potentially another right-back, and definitely a centre-back as well. No need for midfielders in my opinion, because we're stacked in that position at the moment with Naj, Masengo, James, Atkinson, Alex Scott coming through as well. So we're stacking the position. Striker, I know we've got Chris Martin, but not sure if he can stay fit the whole season. I think Nahki was just ahead of him in my opinion. But if Chris Martin can stay fit all season, did what he did start last season, like Andy Weimann, absolutely shooing in this squad. But at the moment, I can't see Chris Martin staying fit all season. So that is my video for Bristolcity transfer rumours and my expected lineup for the game against Blackpool and Borough on the opening days, and also the Carabao Cup against Forest Green Rovers. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to hit the like on this video if you have enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as well if you're enjoying this sort of content. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below who you think City are going to sign. What do you think the lineup is going to be like at the start of the season? And yeah, I'm just trying to build the channel very, very gradually. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you later.